Hello everybody, I'm Ryan from firmTRAK Solutions, and I'm here with both partners today, Carin Weiss-Krolakowski and Rich Marvel. Today we wanted to chat a little bit about the new in 2024 PLOWA Act that addresses paid time off for employers in Illinois and what you may need to do and consider in your own small business or practice.
Every full-time employee is granted 40 hours of paid time off, better known as PTO. I think that part-time employees will also be granted pro rata on hours. And I think the biggest takeaway we had discussed a couple of months ago regarding mandatory paid time off and how companies are coming to realize to keep their employees paid time off. And so this policy just kind of supersedes that. It's making it mandatory for all employers in the state of Illinois to grant time off to their full-time employees.
Full-time or part-time?
Yeah, full-time or part-time. And there's different kinds of ways you can do it. But Rich, what would you suggest?
Yeah, I mean, under the Act, I think there's some things that some small business owners and small business owners need to consider. The first would be kind of a review of your existing policies as far as how do your employees now accrue their time off, or how much time off are they given. And one is based on an accrual method, and the other one is front-loaded. So if it's a front-loaded policy, that means that one of your employees, Sally, and she receives 1 week per year of paid time off, Sally would receive that week as of January 1, 2024. And she would be able to use that 1 week at any time, independent of whether or not she has been there more than a week or not. She would be entitled to that time off. The other method is an accrual method, where a certain amount of paid time off hours, usually a fraction in some form, is accrued for each hour that is worked. This would mean over the course of a year, that employee would be required to have at least 40 hours. So my recommendation on how the implementation of this policy can work with small businesses really comes down to reviewing your existing policies, determining whether or not you're compliant or you're not compliant. If you want to maximize, I think, the efficacy of the policy and make sure that you are receiving value for the employees so you're not otherwise overspending for paid time off or vacation time that an employee takes that hasn't been earned, then you need to utilize an accrual method. And I think that we would all agree that accrual method is probably far and away the best policy to have. And absent a specific designation of an accrual policy, I believe that the law would indicate that if you are entitled to 40 hours, that 40 hours would accrue immediately. Now, some employees, and kind of what we're doing with some of our clients, is some of the clients will say, okay, we'll allow an employee to, let's say, borrow ahead on an accrued policy. So if you have Sally who's accruing 1 hour of paid time off for every 8 hours worked, and she goes to June and she wants to have a vacation, I think it's best for the business to have a policy that allows Sally to kind of expedite or accelerate her paid time off. And if she wants to have more paid time off than what she's earned, then she signs an agreement that basically says, okay, if I quit, then I'm going to pay you back for my unaccrued paid time off. So in those instances, I think it's really important to review your policies and to make sure that your policies your present policies or your current policies comply with the Paid Leave Act that we're discussing. And I think that some of the things that we can do and some of the things you need to look at are ways that you can manage the paid time off in a very efficient way and keep track of it, because under the Act, as most legislation includes, there's penalties which can include up to $2,500 per violation that you could be liable for in the event that you do have a policy that doesn't comply with the current law. So one of the tools that we use, I mean, you guys can talk about maybe one of the tools.
In general, the paid time off and new laws in Illinois are going to touch on a few other things. And then this will happen in your own states with your own laws, so always check your local laws and regulations if you're not in Illinois like us. But it's going to bring up some of your legal housekeeping. Are your employee handbooks updated? When's the last time those have been updated? You might need to get in touch with your attorney. And it's also going to bring up, besides reviewing your plans and policies of vacation time, it should trigger you to review your software and tools and services that track your plans and policies of your vacation time. So there's a lot of different payroll / HR / PEO solutions out there that can be all inclusive, that can run your HR. But some of the easy, user-friendly, smaller scale stuff can be used, like Gusto, which is a cloud-based payroll and HR tool. And they have a couple different ways that they're going to be able to track your PTO for your employees and allow you to stay in compliance with your new laws and regulations for PTO.
And as far as what we do for firmTRAK Solutions, I mean, the implementation of the bookkeeping service that we can provide, we also work with Gusto as a partner that we use. So by utilization of Gusto and then also taking advantage of comprehensive bookkeeping, you're able to have a better balance on your employees' paid time off. You're also able to have some projections based upon income and potential expenses due to those policies. And at firmTRAK Solutions, these are just some of the things that we want to help our small businesses understand and then implement and then optimize how they can handle those on a weekly and a monthly basis.
So check us out, firmTRAK Solution, or firmTRAK.com. And I'm Carin.
I'm Brian.
And I'm Rich. Appreciate your time.